Good morning, everyone. This is the last topic in our chapter, cement and ceramic industries. It is types of refractories. So, classification of refractories is done on the following three bases: on the basis of its chemical nature, based on method of production, and based on fusion temperature. So, on the basis of chemical nature, we have acid refractories, basic refractories, and neutral refractories. One by one, we will see in detail different types of refractories. So these are the refractories based on chemical nature. Acidic refractories consist of mostly acidic materials. They are generally affected by basic materials. They include substances such as silica, alumina, and fire, clay, brick. Thus, acidic refractories they are generally affected by basic materials, so they may not be used in equipments where strong basic materials are to be used. So acidic refractory materials cannot be used for lining in those type of equipments. Next is basic refractories. They are stable to alkaline materials but could not react with acids. Similarly, as in acids, when the equipment is to be dealing with strong acid refractory should be used, and when alkaline materials are used, alkaline refractory, that is basic refractories, should be used. Magnesium oxide is a very common example, and others are dolomite and chrome magnesia. These are the examples of basic refractories. Third is neutral. They are used in areas where slag and atmosphere are either acidic or basic. Neutral, as the name suggests, they can be used in both. Common examples are chromium Cr2O3, carbon, and alumina. Fire, clay, brick refractory. Then another type is fire, clay, brick refractories. They are classified depending upon their alumina content and degree of firing. And they are classified into 4 categories: super duty, high duty, medium duty, and low duty. So it is based on the percentage of silicon dioxide present in it, and also that of Al2O3. So in super duty type, maximum content of alumina as well as silicon products is obtained. So here is the properties and application of fire brick type refractories. This type of refractory increases the content of alumina and also increases compressive strength and gives resistance to higher temperature. So fire brick refractories have fusion point higher than 1600 Celsius. Application: this type of refractory is used in blast furnaces. Equipments like blast furnaces use fire brick refractories. Open hearth steel furnaces, lime kilns, and cement kilns as well use fire brick type of refractory. Other applications are aluminum melting furnaces, forge furnaces, pottery kilns, and domestic fire bricks. Silica brick refractories. It is a refractory material containing 93% silicon dioxide, and raw material is used, that is quartz, quartzite, and sandstone. Up next is the properties and application for silica brick refractories. So this type of refractory do not shrink at high temperature. They are temperature resistant and resistant to thermal shocks as well, from 600 degrees Celsius up to its melting point, and are highly resistant to attack by iron oxide and acid slag. So we can see it can withstand a lot of chemicals as well, thermal attacks. Silica bricks find their application in steel industries. They are widely used in gas retorts, coke ovens, and glass melting tank furnaces. Super duty silica bricks can be used at temperature up to 1700 degrees Celsius. We saw they were categorized into 4 categories. Next is magnesite brick refractories. They are chemically basic materials containing at least 85% magnesium oxide. They are made from naturally occurring magnesite and silica. There are two types of magnesite bricks which are burned and second is fused type. Being basic in nature, they can be used for strong alkaline substances or equipments dealing with strong alkalis. Properties and applications of this type of refractories: it is good high temperature performance and strong slag resistance, quite similar to the silica brick refractories. And it finds its application in construction of basic open hearth furnaces, steel converter, lime kilns, glass tank regenerators, lining furnaces in which copper, lead, tin are refined. Next type is mullite refractories. They usually have mullite content of 80% of or more, mainly made by calcining sillimanite, so that the terms mullite refractory and sillimanite refractory can be used in place of one another. Properties of this type of refractories: in refractories of high mullite content, ceramic bond of regular fire clay refractories is replaced by crystalline bond, which increase their refractoriness under heavy load. Sillimanite refractories have refractoriness ranging from 1950 to 1920 degrees Celsius, and under load it decreases to 1590 to 1700 degrees Celsius, which is still very high. High temperature properties with improved thermal shock and thermal stress resistance owing to the low thermal expansion, good strength and interlocking gain structure. So very high temperature resistance is there, and it can withstand heavy thermal shocks as well. Applications of this type of refractories in hot zones of cement kilns and certain ceramic kilns. Important sillimanite products include pyrometer tubes and crucible for making optical glasses. So in making of optical glasses, this type of refractory, sillimanite refractory, is used. Chrome and chrome magnesite refractory. So in this type of refractory, it is in which chrome predominates are neutral, and those in which magnesite predominates, they are basic. So chrome and chrome magnesite, so where chrome is dominant, it is neutral in nature, and when magnesite dominates, of course it will be basic in nature. They are made from mixture of chromite and roasted magnesite. The refractoriness of such product is about 2000 degrees Celsius. So it is a compound of two refractories, we can say, and thus its properties or its efficiency is higher, and refractoriness is around 2000 degrees Celsius, and also higher is possible depending upon the purity of the raw materials. So as compared to all the refractories we saw up till now, this has maximum efficiency. Properties and application of this are strong thermal resistance, higher bulk density, good performance under high temperatures. and it finds its applications in furnaces where more than one type of refractories are used. So neutral bricks play a vital role of keeping acid and basic refractories out of direct contact with each other, and also used in furnaces handling copper, aluminum and lead. So mainly it finds uses when more than one type of refractories are being used in a single equipment. Again, in cement, rotary kilns, glass kilns and electric arc furnaces and non-ferrous metal furnaces are the applications of this type of refractory. Next is carbide refractories. The more important of the refractory carbide are carbides of silicon and boron. So silicon carbide refractories are produced from crystalline SiC carborundum, which is graded to required size fractions, mixed with suitable bonding agent and then shaped, dried and fired. Just the same steps as normal bricks. 4 major types of bonding have been used are nitride, silicon self bonding, bonding with refractory clay and only silicon. Silicon carbide have superior refractoriness under load, high density, abrasion resistance and high chemical resistance. So these are the conditions which this type of refractory can withstand. Slowly oxidized to silica when heated in air at temperature 1000 degrees Celsius. So it will be slowly converted into pure silica when heated at temperature 1000 degrees Celsius or more. This was about silica carbide. Now boron carbide are made from high purity boron carbide powders. Method used is either hot pressing followed by firing to produce a self bonded material or mixing with sodium silicate, boric oxide and other silicates as a bonding agent and then firing to produce a ceramic bond. Properties and applications of this carbide refractories. Properties are high refractoriness, low thermal expansion, good resistance to thermal shock, ability to conduct electricity to a certain extent, so good conductor, outstanding hardness, very good hardness is obtained and loose abrasive. It finds its application in refractory ingredient for many kind of refractories bodies, so used for other refractories using this type of refractory. Next we have heat insulating refractories. To optimize the energy use and to prevent its escape into ambience, that is into atmosphere, special materials called insulating refractories are necessary. So the main purpose is to avoid the heat loss. Function of insulating refractory is to reduce the rate of heat flow through the walls of the furnaces, and insulation is affected by providing a layer of material having low heat conductivity, which means heat will not transfer easily through it. Refractories, the applications of this type of refractories are it is mainly used as heat insulators, in other words to trap the heat and to minimize the loss of heat, as these insulators are produces lightweight, highly porous bodies and having large number of extremely small pores, most of which are sealed. They are used as an insulating backing to more slag and abrasion resistant bricks. Also used to store and transfer heat, as in exchangers they are made as dense as possible to obtain high heat capacity. Because of the because the lining that we are using is of low conductivity of heat, so we can use it for storing and even transferring the heat. This was about heat insulating refractory, and with this we saw different types of refractories. First, depending upon the chemical composition, we saw acidic, basic and neutral refractories, and then other specific type of refractories.